Hey everybody, Dorothy here, and we had a great Wednesday wealth question and answer from really one of our wonderful members, and I want to make sure and answer that for you within 24 hours. So I do my best to answer within 24 hours. So the question on Wealthy Wednesday is really concerning the whole variety of ways in which we can be wealthy, and that is how to in the area of money, in the area of health, in the area of advancement, in all those important areas of life, relationships. Then it's really important to know what your consideration, your definition of wealth is in those areas, and what's your way to keep that in the sweet spot. That's not just one thing. It's kind of there's ebb and flow, and which of those you're focused on more at one season of life than the other, or one part of the week or other, one part of the year or other. And it's really important to know what's important to you. What are your criteria for being able to say, yes, I've got this in this particular area, or no, I'm not like in my sweet spot for that, and what do I need to do to like improve on that? So I'm going to take and the questioner was really about all of those areas, and how to have consistency, and not perfect consistency, because life happens, and there are times and seasons where we have to focus more on one area than another. But we want to come back to that other area so that we can regain our footing and what we value about another area. So in the area of money, those times when we want a fairly consistent kind of income, an income that grows over time, both in what comes in and what we get to save. And that really is very much two pieces there. So the first piece is to do well, of course, in what it is that you're doing right now that's making you that money. And the second piece is to look out into the future and think to yourself about what are those long-term efforts that need to go into place to build the relationships for moving up, for advancing, for getting a new position, of those kinds of things. So, it's important to focus in both of those areas in turn within the same day or within the same week, because in every week you need to have some time set apart for tending to your long-term needs. That's the new position that you want, whether in your company or in a different company, or the new results that you want if you are running your own business, or helping somebody in your family run the family business, those kinds of things. So, you can definitely spend, say, 80% of your working time on those short-term needs in order to get the kind of results that you need in the short term. But you've got to have, at least 10 or 20% of your time focused on the future, so you can keep your eye on that future ball. That is, markets always change. There are things that happen. You may be thrilled with this position that you're in now, but will you be thrilled with it a year from now? Well, yeah, I'll just give you an example from my own life. I was always thrilled with a new position for about, a year and a half to 2 years. And then, I had kind of figured out all the ins and outs of doing that position well. And I was always ready for like that next challenge. And you may have a different time horizon than, a year and a half to 2.5 years, but you'll know what that is for you. And you want to be doing the things that really set you up for the next position beyond what it is that you're doing now. That's a success strategy that you can always count on. And then another of the areas that we always want to be having a finger on the pulse of is our health, and that's something that when we're working a lot, we can kind of let go. So here's my number one way. It's the trigger for stepping into a healthy habit. And that is at the end of the day, when it is time to put work aside, I will go and take a soak in the tub with some Epsom salts. That's that salt of magnesia. That is so wonderful. We all need magnesium. You can absorb it through your skin, and a little bit in the tub is so relaxing that, the go, go, go of working all day can help you melt, all of that stress away. And it just takes, 15 or 20 minutes. Put some beautiful music on, like on the cabinet across from the tub, not anywhere near the tub, of course. And just have, some beautiful music, that wonderful, experience of soaking in some lovely warm water and relax. Step into being just you. And that is the number one way to get into, that healthy habit where you feel good enough about yourself that moving forward and maybe doing a bit of a workout. And we can talk about workouts, at another time. But my strategies for workouts are like, what can I do to be healthy in 3 minutes? I mean, I'm serious. I am focused on what can I do in 3 minutes. And I've got a whole handful of those things that I learned from a fantastic mentor. I'll be sharing those at another time. So that money, that wealth, how it is that you're putting money away for the future, because we all need that. And then, health and keeping that eye out on a focus for advancement and really nourishing those relationships, professional and social relationships that are so important to giving you the connections to be able to advance in your career in the way you want. So I hope that's been a great help. Make sure and comment below on what's important to you, what's worked for you in your life, and what other questions you may have. This is Dorothy Kuhn signing off. We will see you next time.